Hello guys, I'm Josh. Today I'm going to share about the root cause of USA's terrible social order. As you guys may know, the rise of progressivism should be traced back to the era of Barack Obama, the ex-president of the United States. In their eye, they think the rights of criminal or the suspects should be the defined rights, even though they committed some terrible crime. So as a result, in some cases, we can see that the criminals being released by the court because of the jury of the progressivism. So as a result, some criminals may be released and they committed some even more terrible crimes after their release from the jail. Even though the specific rules of bail are still exist, it couldn't stop some criminals to commit crimes again, because after they walk out of the jail because of the bail, they wouldn't have some criminal records, so they can commit the crime easily without being traced by the police. Moreover, the supporter of progressivism consider the severe punishment of criminal code is totally violated to the human rights. In their opinion, the human right of the suspect should be highly respected. It should be considered as the divine rights. So in some cases, we can see that some criminals, like the rapid or the killers, the serious killers, they have been released by the jail because they pay a huge amount of bail, and the jury supported their defense so that they can walk out of the court without any stop. In the US judicial system, there are a kind of people play a vital role in it, which is called district attorney. It aims to represent state government to bring criminal charge against the criminals or the suspects. So after the police arrest the suspects or the criminals or gangster, the district attorney has the right to judge the criminals or even release them. So in some criminal cases, we can see that the police arrest the criminals in all means, but after the judge of the district attorney, the criminals or suspects being released easily, and the police just sit there and do nothing. Because the district attorney are the person who make the final decisions of whether release the suspects or criminals or not. Plus, in American judicial system, the jury also plays an important role in the judicial system. And in some cases, defendant win the criminal charge, and they have been released by the court because the jury believed the evidence provided by the defendant. And I think that the evidence provided by the plaintiff are not reasonable. But we can see that the professional law knowledge of the jury are not always be very appropriate. They are not well educated in some cases, and they are not professional in law system. So we can see that the jury did a great job in some cases. They even released some of the criminals and let them free because of the money that the defendant gave them. And second, the gun violence in America becomes more severe than before, especially after the events of the George Floyd, an African American who has been killed by the police in events. After these events, the gun violence becomes more terrible. And recently, a teenager in the American just killed a US elementary schools by a gun. He did the massive shootings at that elementary schools and killed more than 10 students in that school. And plus, a serious killer just killed 20 people in a nightclub, in the Orlando nightclub, and by a gun. So we can see that the gun control is a is issues that is hard to solve in the USA. And in some states, we can see that the people are allowed to carry out the gun in the public if they are own a gun license on them. So if you have the gun license, you can carry out a gun in some states like Texas or Nevada. So this is some of the reasons why the gun violence in America couldn't be ceased. And there are more and more gun massive shots in the USA. So this is a terrible sign for the people of United States. And the price of the gun are also very cheap. So take iPhone for example. The average price of iPhone is 20,000 in new Taiwanese dollars. But how about a gun? A gun in America, the average price of a gun is actually only costs about 17,000 new Taiwanese dollars, which is $3,000 cheaper than the iPhone. So that's a good way for the criminals to commit a crime, because the gun is much more cheaper than iPhone. And this is a bad sign for the normal people, because they are easily to be killed by the criminals because of the gun. If you guys like my channel, please just share my videos and subscribe my channel, and don't forget to share my videos to your friends or your parents or anyone you know. And I hope to see you guys again in future. Have a nice day. Bye.